Okay. Make it better so we don't buy more boards than we need. Yep, 3 feet. Okay.
And then I've also got a board over here that's also dropped off. This one.
Okay. Right in the middle. And that's kind of weird. They piece that. And here too. That's the zigzag, they call it a finger joint. Always try to find cheap ways to do stuff. And I think that's too far gone. Maybe we can smack them out and put a new one in at 4.5 feet.
Okay. Alright. This is the side deck. I mean, other than just kind of being kind of mildewy stained, it's pretty structurally sound.
Sounds like it.
But just cosmetically, like, you know, some of these boards are just kind of fraying up. This part of the porch is pretty good though.
That's a nice little deck. And we can smack this guy in right here.
Yeah.
It's actually, I can almost push him in.
Yeah, I mean, we want to, you know, like stain and waterproof.
Sure. We can pressure clean pretty much anything. And I guess the best example is that when I build a deck, I give someone a lifetime warranty if they let me clean and seal it.
Okay.
So if we'll come do the deck, then it's incrementally cost effective to do a second. Good morning.
Morning, Chris.
Hey, how are you?
Good, sir.
Beyond Fitness, wasn't it? I would have sworn that I've known you from Beyond Fitness.
Maybe.
Way back.
Long time ago.
Way back. Yeah, I was trying to figure out where I knew you guys.
Yeah,
that's where we met, actually.
That's, it's been years ago.
Yeah. Very familiar faces.
Oh.
But no, you know, to do one more thing, the incremental cost is it goes down because we've already got all the stuff out here.
Okay.
So, you know, if we clean and seal this guy, if you want the second or third thing, then I quote independently.
Okay.
To say that, for example, you want the little deck off the back, or the second, or the house, or the front, or even people go walkways and sidewalks.
Okay.
So we'll do something like that.
All right.
But
and then come on inside. Let's show you the back deck.
Okay.
So, you know, we were just kind of saying this part of the deck is pretty structurally sound. It's just a lot of cosmetic stuff. Chris, would you agree?
You know, Beyond Fitness went to ZX and then they went to out of business.
Right.
Yeah.
So I think there's a spider right out there now. Sorry.
Yeah.
You walked into it.
Well, I'm fine with that. It wasn't my first choice of things to do, but usually the ones that you can see aren't the bad ones.
Yeah.
At least that's when I was told. I was about this tall in a youth camp. We were running through. I grew up in Charleston, and they've got these barrier islands kind of thing where nothing goes.
Yeah.
Very much. And I was just, you know, walking through, and one caught me between some trees, and it felt like it was powerful enough to slow me just slightly.
Oh my gosh.
And then I started to look around, and you know, it's dense forest, and I started seeing these spiders in the trees, but they were about this big around with their legs spanned, and the bodies were like your thumb.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
I was doing that a
It was
lot.
like a Lord of the Rings experience.
It was,
almost.
yeah, exactly. But anyway, these little guys up here, they don't bother me.
Basically, this entire deck was put together with nails, which is fine, but the thing is, with nails they back out over time. And
well, I'm gonna fix everything with screws, and we don't build anything with nails. They're fine decks for what they're worth, but
this one's split and started curling into.
well, this one's at the point where it's a remove replace.
Yeah.
And let me get a measurement. I'm guessing, is that 12? I think I can run him. We got 14 will make it. So
This is like, I think like just a little over 10 feet.
Yeah. We'll get a, you know, that's a 16 less 2 to pull this guy. And the only problem is he'll be pristine and pretty and brand new. And,
Yeah.
and
everybody else will look old.
well, what happened, I think, that if you straighten him out, he looks like he's almost an inch short, and they tried to shoot at an angle right there.
Okay.
But if we replace the spindle, because those are 86 cents, and maybe a spindle, and you got a band board that's kind of swinging out a little bit over here, which is causing some problems. So let's well, let's just screw them back in, because band boards are expensive.
Yeah.
And to replace that, I'm gonna have to disassemble this whole deck, take the front stairs off,
Right.
put him back in, and I can't really piece him, because that's really that's the reason that the deck is standing up.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna shove him back in with screws. And the one thing I always do on our corners when we build decks is I put a post here, a 4x4, and I notch it in the corner. And yours is fine. I mean, my brother's a professional civil engineer, and he said the thing I'm actually doing is the test of rail.
Yeah.
Okay.
That if you had maybe just 1 or 2 beers and you just, oops.
You don't want to fall over.
Right, but what is not the test is that if you're making an effort to get through the rail.
Right.
And that's a big difference. But you know, I like to be physically conservative when I'm out here quoting and offering repair. So you know, it would be better with the new board, but it's just not cost effective to take all that off.
Right.
And then put all of it back on just to get the new board in, when we might can just get some screws in him.
Okay.
Yeah.
So and like this guy, it's a 2x4. It's not really straight, but it's doing fine. If we can back these guys out and get them deep, it'll be okay. Unless the only reason to do that is because you just want to and it bugs you.
Right.
Because we can, and it looks like a 10 or 12 at 8 foot. Yeah, okay, well, let's see how close 8 foot.
I think it's just shy of 8 foot.
Yeah, but I'm beveled forward there, so I'm thinking an 8 foot will do it.
Yeah.
Because if it has to be a fraction shorter, I don't think you'll ever know.
Right.
Because it's so far away from the other side.
Yeah.
That I wouldn't want to buy a 10 just for an 1/8 of an inch.
Yeah.
So, and let's see, that's a 10 by 14. Let me see. What we got? Yep. So that's 140 square feet on the top plus the perimeter. And we can calculate exactly how much sealer we need, because it goes to about 300 square feet.
Okay.
What's next?
So just some of the stairs too. Some of the boards are coming up here.